All right, here we go.
Try. 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a rough 8. That's why I have to be so rough and tough.
It.
Hey, what's going on, world? It's your girl Shy, and welcome back to the CheyTea podcast. Whoa. Hey. Inside. Oh my gosh.
Stutter.
It's not.
Stutter, stutter. You got me in my feelings.
You have to change. You have to slow it down. Okay.
That's the tone I wanted to sing it in.
All right. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling tonight?
Criticize me, man. Jeez.
I am your host, Cheyenne Shantae.
And it's your girl, Leonora, you know, the vibes.
You know, the co-host vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez.
Outside. Real sisters. All day.
If you didn't know, now you know.
Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? No? Okay.
Good day, friends. Good evening and good night.
Good night for real.
How you doing, gentle people?
Another late night recording session, and
We're tired.
I am tired. I've had a day. Okay, you hear me? I have had a day.
A DAY.
My body is sore. I'm working out.
Body mash up.
I am working on the summer body in the wintertime.
Me now work for nothing right now, baby.
Work for my life.
A lot of that.
Work for my spirits.
Sprinkle.
Work for my funds.
I'm not that no. Listen, that me I say, God, baby.
Oh my gosh.
The November budget, nah, really.
Listen, every time I look at the bank account, I'm like, I'm gonna try again next paycheck.
Honestly,
I'm on the fourth paycheck of trying again.
I'm on the 7th. Aaliyah said, dust yourself off and try again.
Yo, it's so funny.
Like, live, laugh, love. Because, I mean, why not?
It's honestly, it's truly ghetto.
It's live and laugh and love God. Because all I want,
you literally have one life to live. So there's like
be responsible, friends. Like, don't literally take us literal and be stupid.
No, we're responsible, but I'm responsibly stupid.
Facts. Like sometimes me know, like what I tell myself is if I have something in my cart, right? I'm gonna tell myself, me I gotta wait till Friday. If them still dead there and at a cart by payday, me can't buy it.
Then I can buy it.
Sale,
That's girl math.
I mean, that's called responsibility.
I don't have it now, but I'll have it then.
I'll have it then.
And if it's the same price, then I'm gonna get it.
All right. See that? I'm saying.
Listen, that was me yesterday.
Responsibilities.
My pay hit my account, so I split up my money. You know, make sure the rent money's there. Paid my phone bill, paid the internet bill, put money on my credit card, put money in my savings account because, you know, I said this time we're going to try again this paycheck. So, you know, fourth time's a charm.
Period.
And then I just, you know, I put money in my other bank account because, you know, that's like the, you know, just a little funds bank account. Did my nails, paid for my car, oil change, tire. Big girl, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Outside, bills are paid.
And then the girl math in me was like, nah, I have enough money to check on my Amazon credit card.
Because
so the Amazon card got checked out.
All right.
Amazon package is at the front of the house.
I'm saying because the bills are paid and the treat has to be had.
I'm saying I need a reward.
I'm saying for all this hard work and adulting. Like, what are you talking about?
Reward myself.
You know when you go to the grocery store and you buy the grocery, you go home and you still buy food? It's called reward. Because I did the adult thing of buying a grocery.
Yo, I did that the other day. I was like, I went to the grocery store and I bought myself a pizza and I'm like, I'm done.
But tired.
You'll prep tomorrow.
Fact. Like, I'm tired. We just did all of this at grocery, yeah? I'm not going to buy some food. Oh my gosh. Guys, you just have to like, you just have to do things. Like,
oh man, that was funny.
Because if you don't, you're just gonna be sad, and then you're gonna spend it on therapy. So like, let's be for real.
No, but facts.
Like, just do both or pick one. Like,
man, that was really funny.
My gosh.
Oh
my
gosh.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was much needed. Oh man.
See, laughter is a good thing. Praise God.
Oh my gosh.
Praise the Most High.
Whew, amen. That I needed that. I needed that little belly laugh. Oh my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. I've noticed that
Oh,
that.
sorry, friends. Can you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube
Oh yeah,
channel
follow us.
and follow us on all our
Hmm.
social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, you know the vibes,
Yeah,
CheyTea Podcast, and Apple Podcast, Spotify. Follow us, like up the people them podcast and ting.
yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
I realized that I have some serious road rage, and it's only
You just realized
shut
this?
up, be quiet. It's gotten worse, and I realized it's because I've stepped in. I like as soon as I step back or into Brampton. Oh my goodness, it's like I just know I'm here. It's just like there's so many times I wish I can show you my dash cam footage where I'm just like why, how, and what, like who, where, and why. And you know what? I've seen this conversation floating around on social media, and I know you and I talked about it just a little bit, but these people are losing their minds, eh?
Yeah, and you know. If you know, you know. But
Like the
they're
insurance
actually
claims and the fraudulent
it's
accidents that they're doing.
it's too much at this point now. Now I'm just I try to realize that like I was trying to figure out what it was, but now it's just like it's this purpose on purpose.
It's
It's
purposely
what it's
being
looking
done.
like. It's purposely being done because there's no way that you're really doing this because you really have no sense. It might, but the math is not mathing.
Yo, I watched a car make a right hand turn into the far right lane, right? And then the car was in all going down lovely steels. And then the car was going into the lane, and the car right here can see this car going into the lane. You wanna know what the car did? Go into the lane too. Zoop, zoop. And then in the midst of it, I'm behind the car, and the car is braking and going back up. Let me tell you something. I've never cussed so many bad words in a span of 1
Ask the Lord
second.
to forgive her.
Oh my gosh. I literally said, I'm like, I have to ask God for more patience while I'm driving because
Yep.
I'm literally losing my mind.
Yeah.
And it's only when I step back into Brampton.
I have that downtown too sometimes, depending on where I am downtown. But I get like both vibes. It's obviously worse in those ends, but I feel it both downtown and here.
It is truly honestly ghetto. And, you know, one of these days we're gonna have a conversation about this because some of you have no business having driver's license. I think we need to reevaluate and renew and restructure how to get your driver's license because all wagwan.
We need to go back to the basics.
And also like not to ageism because I know I'm gonna get to that point in my life.
There has to be an age limit.
But there has to be an age limit of where you gotta stop driving.
Yeah.
Because like
or how often you take your driving test to see if you're capable of even being behind the wheel.
That because some of you older lovely folks have no business driving cars,
and it's not even for just you, it's for your safety of the other people who are keep getting their license all willy-nilly.
Exactly.
That's what I'm more so worried about. I'm not worried about if you're capable of driving the car. I'm worried about the people around you while you are operating this motor vehicle.
Let me tell you something. It's insane.
It's madness.
It's truly insane. So every time today I asked God for patience because I said, you know what, God, you and me only know my situation in life. And I know I need to be here living and breathing.
Praise God.
And I'm going to ask you, my Lord, to give me some patience while I'm driving because these people are going to drive me nuts. Like, that's literally what I said today as I was driving.
Listen.
Because there was so much foolishness that happened in 5 minutes. And all I was trying to do was get to work. Like, that was it. All I wanted to do is get to my little job, go to people them little studio, buy up little people them pick me them, and then go back to my home.
People that pick me.
Oh my gosh!
But
there's so much things wrong. People can't drive. Justin Trudeau is trash. Listen, I don't even want to keep going because y'all gonna make it seem like I'm angry. I'm not angry, but it's just ghetto out here. Okay, it is ghetto to live out here, and I know I say this all the time. But this is exactly why we had to laugh about everything and just say girl math. Just shop at listen.
Just do what you need to do.
Go and check out that cart that you have that's just sitting there waiting. Just go and check it out.
Just check it out.
Look cute, feel good, and even if the bills are just billing,
go on the vacation.
Go on the vacation because when you come back, the bills them are still gonna be there waiting for you.
Still a time on the doorstep, but just a wait. Might I even pick you up from the airport and bring you to your yard? Just a wait for you.
And open the door
for you. Open the door for you reach in. I said, thank God you reach in, now pay the bill them. Like, what do you mean? Like, they're still going to be there. And so what? Me can't take it with me when God Evan. All my bills are forgiven. Praise God. The only bill I need to pay is all the mistakes I made when I was on earth. Me and God have to talk about that. But other than that, me and Jesus are for lifers. Okay?
Yo, you're funny.
Like, I'll walk on. I'm just saying, guys.
Oh my
Live,
god.
laugh, love, and praise God.
Oh my gosh.
That's all you have to do.
Oh, okay. Let's keep things on a positive, a little bit of a positive note here. Do you remember the topics that we're talking about
Yes, Shan
today?
owes me $5.
Okay.
I should have upped it a little bit. 'Cause I was very confident.
What other topics we're talking
So
about?
we're talking. Oh,
We're
so we're gonna
discussing
talk
today.
about my. It's not really a horror story, more of a minor nightmare. Of me getting my hair done, and then we're gonna talk about Mr. P Diddy and
Once again.
and the foolishness that he's been getting into. We're gonna talk about these little shows, dance shows, because why would we not talk about it? And the meteorocracy, is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, meteorocracies.
The just the salt and pepper, the tagwan, no flavor, no substance, no originality.
Not the
And
originality.
what else are we gonna talk about? Oh, don't tell me. I had it in my head. Was there three? And Mr. Dance, Mr. Diddy, Mr. My hair story, and the polyamory.
She's looking at her $5.
Polygraphic, polyamorous,
The
whatever the heck,
monopolies.
monopoly relationships. All them things. Me want $5.
Okay. Well, I'm a $5. Share your hair story. What happened,
Okay,
girl?
so let me try to make this as short as possible. And we're not name dropping, and I'm not trying to make this person seem like a bad person either.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to the referral that I had to go to this person because my dogs, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So me need to get milk and bread up, And I'm gonna try to speak as much English as I possibly can because my mother said I speak too much patois on this podcast.
Not enough.
So I made a hair appointment
Mm-hmm.
through referral that my friend gave me, and I had to just message this person on WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Great, no booking site, no nothing. So my friend gave me the number.
Mm-hmm.
I messaged the lady on WhatsApp, and I didn't answer. She didn't answer me for like I think a day or so or something like that, and she apologized for responding late, with whatever the case may be. Then I left the lady on red for like 2 days. I'm not on red, on delivered for like 2 days because I thought I was gonna go with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But then due to my schedule, I had to switch, and I messaged the lady again, and I was like, "Hey, am I still able to come?" For an appointment, and she said yes. She explained to me that she doesn't do certain G's on piece. I forget for silent before. I'm sorry, baby. That she doesn't do certain appointments during certain times. So no problem. She only does evenings and early Sunday mornings. So I just okay, no problem. I will do Sunday at 6 a.m. because there's one thing about me. I'll wake up for the Lord. I'll wake up for the flight, and I'll wake up to get my hair done. Okay, and that's on that. So I set a time to go on a Sunday at 6 a.m. to get my hair done, at this lady's house. So I said perfect. I sent her a picture and a video of the style that I wanted, and she gave me a price. And I'm gonna say the price just because it goes with the story. She said it was gonna cost me $80. I said, won't he do it? Because if you know anything about these Toronto braiders, you're not getting your hair braided for less than $300, depending on what is it you're trying to do. So this was just a quick little thing. I didn't really need nothing too fancy, so I was fine with it. Look at $8. So about 2 days or a day or so before my appointment, I asked the lady for her address. So it's about her from where I live and where she lives is about 10-15 minutes, depending on how fast you're driving. Okay, so she gives me the address. Fast forward to Sunday now. Wake up, stop at a bank, take out a look of cash, and stop at Tim Hortons because I'm hungry at 5:30 in the morning. Need some coffee, me need a substance in my stomach because I'm going to be sit down for 5 hours to get my hair braided. So, me never get the croissant when my order at Tim Hortons. I give one hash brown, but me eat it. So, as I'm leaving the Tim Hortons line, keep in mind of these timestamps, okay, friends? I message her at 5:45. Keep in mind, she's 10 to 15 minutes away from me, okay? So message her at 5:45. But reach out to people them else at 5:55, okay? So I reach there, and and that's when she answers my WhatsApp message and says, "Good morning. Are you running late?" I said, "No. I just parked my car." She said, "You're late." Guys, when I tell you I said, like, I looked at my phone and I was like, excuse? Because keep in mind, my appointment again is at 6 a.m. And it's 5:55 when you responded to my message. I have 5 minutes to get from my car to upstairs in your apartment building. That's plenty of time to get upstairs and catch a look at elevator because it not run up and down because nobody's awake. So she says I'm late. And then I said, how? I just parked my car because there's no parking in the building, in front of the building. You have to park on the roadside. And me not getting a ticket for parking other people them undercraft parking space. So I have to walk. She said if I'm not in her chair at 6 a.m., I'm late. So you know me, and if anybody knows my mother, you know I am hasty. So I said to her, would you like me to leave? Because me wanna know why you argue with me at 6 a.m. in the morning about me not being in your chair. She said, no, come up. I said, no problem. I didn't say no problem. I didn't respond. I kissed my teeth and I came out my car and I left coffee in the car because I didn't want no evidence because the lady already told me I was late. So she buzzed me up. I get inside her apartment and she says, good morning. And I said, good morning. She responded. I thought she didn't. But I heard a good morning like twice. So maybe she said it real low the first time. So I sat down on the people them chair, put the bag of hair beside me. And she looks in the bag and she's like, oh, you're doing curly pieces too. I said, yes. She said, then the price changes. I said, how does the price change? I messaged you on WhatsApp and I sent you a picture and a video of what I wanted to do. She said, you only sent me a video. I said, I'm like, there's a picture and a video. She want to come pick up our phone and double check. Crickets.
Okay, double check then.
Because we said, double check them, baby. Double check. So she looked and she saw silence. So I said, all right, I guess we're fine then. So I'm sitting in a chair and she's dealing with me a little bit rough right now. I hear a little huffing and puffing behind me. And she's separating the hair and opening up the packages, and then she takes out the weave for the braided for the like local curly pieces part. And she's like, you have to hand me the pieces as I'm braiding your hair. And I kindly looked up at her and I said, I have to do what? And she said, can you please hand me the curly pieces as I do your hair? I said, yeah, no problem. Because who you talk to, miss?
Yeah, I don't have to do nothing
But
but
you
stay black,
serve God and I.
That's it.
That. Okay.
All
so
around that.
So
Not in
she's
that particular
two.
order.
Yes. All three of them thing there. So she's 2 braids in now, friends. And I immediately texted my friend and I said, there's no way, I'm just giving you a brief summary of what I texted. There's no way that this lady's really dealing with me like this right now. Just so rough and huffing and puffing. Like, did you have a bad day? Like, who upset you? From the moment I walked in her crib, it was just attitude. It was like somebody put nails in our cornflake. And just, like, she was just mad. And my friend was like, oh my gosh, like what happened? I explained to my friend what happened. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She's never normally like this. I'm like, well, something must have happened because she's dealing with me looking rough and I don't like it. So she was 2 braids in and I really contemplated, should I go home? Like, I'm ready to just give this lady look at it and go on about my business with the look of braid on my head top and the rest of my hair out because I can't be bothered. And fast forward later on now, as I'm giving her the curly pieces, she's like, these are too big. And she dashed it on my shoulder. And I looked at the curly piece on my shoulder and then I looked at her and I said, no, no. I promise you guys the curly piece stayed there until she picked it up because I want to know who's a hairstylist, me or you. All in all, just bare attitude from jump. And she finally kind of eased up a little bit later on in my appointment. Then she said something to me and I was just like, huh? The lady said, and I quote, do you ever have trouble parting your hair? I said, pardon me? She's like, do you ever have trouble parting your hair? I was like, no. She said, because your hair is difficult to part. What? How is my hair difficult to part? Like, what? Like, I promise you, like, and I went to the girl's house with my hair blow dried, bone straight, okay? From the root to the tip. I'm have like an inch, lots of inch. And I just couldn't. All in all, friends, she basically told me my hair was hard to part. She's huffing and puffing behind me. She's asking me if anybody ever has trouble doing my hair. I said no. I mentioned my friend who does my hair, and I'm like, she never has issues doing my hair. And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot she does hair. Yes, she does. It doesn't have any problem doing mine. All in all, she did my hair. She ate though. Not gonna hold you. She did what she needed to do. She didn't listen to me on the length, but she did what she needed to do. Can't go on for the little 2 week omega avetin, but my tech thoughts. Gave the lady her money after I was done my service. I said thank you because I'm a child of God and I'm not disrespectful. I walked out of her yard and I immediately blocked her. Because if there's one thing about me, I don't do disrespect. Because there's no way you're going to come to me and talk to me like me and you are size. I'm a big woman too, eh? I might not be somebody's mother yet, but I'm a big woman and I don't do disrespect. And when it comes to me and services, when I'm paying you, I don't need the disrespect, especially so early in the morning. You volunteer yourself to do here at 6 a.m. in the morning. Me never tell you so. I never told you to do here at 6 a.m. in the morning. You told me. So why you angry? Smile. Praise God. Thank God you have breath in your lungs. You have eyes to see and 2 hands for bread. Guys, just hot.
Clearly. Man,
yeah, that was a little long story, but yeah.
She started with the long story, less long. Long story short. That was the longest short story I've ever heard.
Listen, man, you had to get the details. I'm sorry, friend. You can fast forward to the end. I'm sorry.
That's funny. Yeah, no. I mean, we've sat down here and spoken about all these things. Listen. It just takes one time for me to just be turned off from you, and I don't need to find out again. I will leave you alone.
Leave you alone. I won't bother you.
The same scenario happened to me, and I haven't looked back at that girl since. She could keep that $20 deposit and hold on to it tight, because from the moment I tell you, this is the thing that gets me, is that like y'all got rules that you don't follow but expect me to follow it.
And then this year y'all didn't even have a rules or a booking site. So how you have rules but no booking site?
And and then it's like I'm being respectful. Like I don't just assume things, right? So it was like the same thing like you. I said like, hey, I'm gonna be 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Okay. My appointment was at 12. My Jeeps said that I was gonna get there, I think at 12:05 or 12:04 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 12:06.
Yeah,
one of those things.
Too crazy.
And when a GPS say that, when a Jeep says that, that means if it says 12:06, I'm going to get there 12:04. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a couple of minutes late. Mind you, my appointment was at 12 o'clock. When the girl told me that I need to be in her chair at 12 o'clock or I'm late and then she can't do me because I'm going to set her back for the rest of the day, I literally just looked at that message and I said, no problem. I will see you never. I haven't looked back at that girl since.
Because, first of all, you're not doing my hair at 12 p.m. Because you're taking the hair out the bag. So you're not starting my hair physically. I don't understand.
First of all, I need to be in your chair at 12 p.m. Okay, so if I get there at 12:03, when I get here at 12 p.m., are you going to start my hair at 12 p.m.? No, you're not. You're going to have a conversation with me. You're going to say hello, and I'm going to sit down. Then you're going to start my hair. But what got me pissed was that I was like, this girl did my hair, I think, twice or 3 times. And I sat down and waited at least an hour for her.
Yeah.
For her to finish her other client that was before me. So I have a little bit of a common courtesy and patience to understand that you have had a long day or that you're running, whatever the case may be. I'm sitting down there twiddling my thumbs watching you do hair. And you have the audacity to tell me that because I'm 4 minutes late, I'm going to set you back for the rest of the day. When I tell you the girl held on to that $20, I haven't looked back since. Okay. It takes one time.
You and I are the same.
I'm not going back.
And I'm turned off. Like, I don't care if everybody in our John shop want to tell me, say, you're great. But nah, come back.
No, keep it.
Keep it.
I don't want it.
And especially, like, with my situation, you don't even have a booking site, no nothing. You dip on WhatsApp.
And these hairstylists and these hair people are making us look terrible. Because y'all can't, and the thing is, like, I get it. Like, clients, people, like, we get it. But I am hearing way too many horror stories from the stylist side.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that customers aren't shady.
No, because they are, difficult, definitely.
But when I know I strive to not be that, and then when I know I'll even tip on us sometimes.
It makes it worse when you've been to the person before and you've waited on them to finish before, and then they treat you like you never wait upon them before.
3 times the girl
not
do my hair. Once. 2 times.
1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres.
I think it was twice, I will say. Both of the times I sat down and waited for her for at least an hour.
A whole hour. You know what I can do in an hour?
My hair could have been done.
I can take a whole dance class in an hour.
And all I was doing was one little drawstring ponytail braid. I was so upset that day.
The little
I was so mad that day. I said, you know what? Let me just go get my drawstring ponytail, just wrap, and do it myself.
All right.
It can't be. It can't be this.
It's too much. Like I just want better for us. Like it shouldn't be like everything is customer service driven for me. I don't care how good you are. If your customer service is ass, I'm not coming back.
No, I'm okay.
Like, I'm fine. That's why me pay the little $300 to me look next like African lady because me love her. Cause she good. Big up her. Cause the customer service is there. Oh, it's neat. Slippers dead there. Netflix dead on for me pick one show for watch.
I have 3 people who touch my hair.
Like, I pay for quality.
And anytime I need to, listen, and I don't pay I pay a big money to do my hair. I just
Big,
shut my
big.
mouth, pay the money, and I sit down because my hair is done.
And you walk
I
out with a
look
smile on
good,
your
and
face,
I
don't it?
Yeah, I feel great. So I don't have
Alright.
no time to go back and forth with nobody. But
No.
anyways, I don't want to stay on that topic for too long.
God bless you guys.
God bless all of you. You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah.
Well, before we get into, well, might as well. Listen, I don't know what's going on. Every day there's a new allegation towards or against or talking about Diddy. And today there was one where like he actually spoke up and said something. I guess they're saying that there was an underage 17-year-old that he was with back in 2003 or something like that. That they had GR. You can figure out what those stands for, but you know, first of all, trigger warning. That's first things first. Secondly, it's starting to look like there's a lot of things that people know and are choosing not to say anything about.
Yeah.
And it's giving R. Kelly.
It's giving R. Kelly part 2 because remember R. Kelly tried to act like he was all innocent and he didn't do nothing. He was boo-hoo crying and look, yeah.
I want to read. I'm only picking up my phone to read what he had stated. So
like, I don't believe nobody anymore.
Diddy posted, and I quote, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for my truth. Sean Diddy Combs." And not a lot of celebrities liked this. I wanted to see what celebrities would like it because, you know, I mix up. So, The Game liked it. Some Instagram model, his daughters, his son Justin, and his baby moms.
The new one?
The new one.
Oh, okay.
Liked it. And that was it. And he posted it in his stories and he posted it on his page. I feel like R. Kelly said those exact same words.
He did and cried.
And R. Kelly's in jail.
Prison.
For pretty much life.
For life. And not even on everything that they even allege that he did anyways.
Right.
Just for like,
there's
like one
that was just like
things.
a couple.
Just
yeah.
a couple things.
What is scary and what is I will say this. Just like R. Kelly, the parents need to be held accountable. Because in the situation of the R. Kelly circumstances, those parents knew what was going on. And at some point,
if not all, some of them knew what was going on.
At some point, it looked like they were pawning off their children
for fame and money.
Right. In exchange for fame and money and it's disgusting. And it's like, I'm not taking anything away. I'm saying that they need to be held accountable too. Some people accepted hush money. Some people accepted jewelry, houses, like
any type of compensation.
They accepted this just so that he can continue to do whatever he was doing with their children. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And in this case, it sounds, I'm not no judge or jury. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did I say that right? Jury.
Yeah, jury.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes when I say words and I say it again, it sounds funny. But anyways, I I can't believe it. I just
No,
can't believe it.
I can't. And again, everything obviously is alleged, but like just going back to the one thing that we all know about the whole Cassie situation, for me, it's just like you did everything so fast and got all this money. And again, I believe that she probably got more than the 30 mil, but regardless, it's still a lot of money to say, here you go, now be quiet.
Yeah, but the
And
thing
let it go.
is,
Not be quiet, let it go now.
the thing is, what made sense that somebody broke down was that she didn't just sue him; she sued all of his like
All of his stuff.
his
Yeah.
corporation, his partner, and his
Yeah.
name, like anything that
That had to do
he
with Diddy.
was in bed with, business wise. She sent civil lawsuits to everybody, and that's the reason why people started dropping like flies from him,
Yeah.
and he's losing business deals,
And
and he had to step down from Revolt, and he had to stop doing all these things
yeah.
because of all of these allegations and because of the fact that she pulled the trigger and he had no choice. So
Listen, he's been shady for decades, but because this business and this industry is just what it
this
is,
industry gatekeeps.
yeah, he's been shady for a while because we should have known that something was wrong when him and Cassie had their relations. Like we should have known that it was a little bit off.
The age
Like
difference
the
right
age
there
difference
said
was
enough, and nobody
wild.
ever said anything.
Granted,
And
I don't know how old they both are, but I know that Cassie's significantly younger than he is.
And the thing is, what's wild about this is that this is the exact same thing that happens in the dance community. It's just a lot of people just don't want to
say
talk about
anything.
it. There,
Yeah.
let's be for real. Like, let's just call
Call
a spade a spade.
Yep.
There's a lot going on that I sit back and I just look, and I'm just like, that's crazy, because some of you guys know what's going on and you've seen it happen in public, and then yet you want to just give excuses to people.
Because was it birds of a feather flock together?
You see older individuals dating younger people, and it's no one bats an eye.
No one says anything.
No one says a word.
Whether you're dating or doing whatever it is
And
that you're
it
doing,
doesn't
nobody says
matter
anything.
about what the age is now. Look at 5-6 years ago when individuals were dating each other, and look at their age difference, and then tell me
That's not.
nobody is ready
Okay.
for that conversation today, and I'm not ready to have that conversation either, because again, I make sure whoever I'm around, I'm just like, I don't know about that. But there's a lot of that happening. And then a lot of people just close their eyes or look the other way, or it gets forgotten about, or
They turn the other cheek, or they find excuses,
right,
or they
they're
just
finding
act like they don't see
excuses, or
anything.
they disappear from the industry but are running wild in the competitive recreational world and doing what they need to do there to make their money and acting like everything is A-okay.
Yeah.
Like there's not lawsuits and sip. You know what? Let me not start, because I'm
Y'all know
I'm
at
in
the
a
end
good
of the
mood.
day.
I'm in a good mood.
Y'all know.
All I'm saying is that
It happens in all the industries, dance, music, everything. It happens everywhere. And there's people who just ignore it, and there's people who say stuff, and majority of us ignore it. And there's probably a point in time where we ignored it too.
it's a dark, dark place, and it's a dark, dark industry. And if you want to be protected, and if you want to see the light, and you want to continue to walk down God's way and God's path, just continue to pray to him, because we need it.
Yeah.
It is scary times. What's going on is scary. I would have never thought that something like this would happen. I thought R. Kelly was R. Kelly.
We knew, but here's the thing: the difference between R. Kelly and Diddy is the only things that we knew that R. Kelly was highly just a scumbag and highly disgusting because he did things throughout his career, but we all turned a blind eye to it. But it wasn't until like things really started to come out. Nobody really paid attention to Diddy in that sense because none of his relations were like public like that. Nobody was really saying anything. The one that everybody kind of had question marks was really just Cassie, but like nobody said, oh, like he was doing A, B, and C to her. R. Kelly was blatantly doing things and made his relations with these young people public. Like,
Yeah.
when he did his whole thing with Aaliyah, like, everybody knew it was wrong and it was weird, but nobody said anything. And everybody just let it go. But with Diddy now, everybody's like, wait a second, hold on. Diddy was doing what? Diddy's been doing what?
And then it's funny because it's not funny, but it's like when I'm looking around, there's a lot of celebrities who are silent.
Because they probably knew what was going on, but they're just not
A
saying
lot
anything.
of people them are not talking.
Not probably. They know what's going on.
The Locks the other day was on Styles P and was it Sheik Lou? Sheik, that's how you say his name, right? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, they were on a Breakfast Club and they have like a whole like New York show that's happening, and Charlamagne was like, "Oh, like is Diddy gonna be there?" And they're like, "Nope, nope." They're like, "He's not." Someone needs to check on that man. Like the way how people are talking, and
because they know this stuff is true because they've
they
been to Diddy's
quoted
parties.
and they said allegations for now. That was what they said. They said for now. From when I heard that, I was like, "Yep, that man did what they're saying
Of
that
course.
they did, or that he did, and everybody knows." And that's why people are just
Not saying
staying
anything.
quiet
Yep.
because they know what's going on.
Back to Joe Budden. That's why he's staying quiet too, because you all know. You guys have all been to Diddy's house. You guys have all been to Diddy's parties. You know what's going on. You know what it is. And then now things are coming to light. You guys are staying silent because you know what it is. Because you know celebrities are outside and some celebrities have their little fingers and ready for social media. None of you guys are saying anything because you know what's going on, what's been happening. Because you guys were dead there. You guys might have obviously not have participated, but you see it.
But that's the thing. If you see it, you saw it, you know it, you're participating.
Yeah.
You're just as guilty. You're just as involved as
you're allowing
else
it to happen.
You're enabling it and you're not saying anything. And that's the scary part. But
again, it's scary, but you have to remember Diddy has millions.
He's a billionaire. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, but money it's talks. Wild. It's wild that is what's happening.
It is, but money talks. So these celebrities are not going to say anything because what if, like, you know, they can't afford
money
to get sued.
Money can't save him right now, though. Money is not saving him at all. Now. There's not enough money in this world that's saving Diddy right now.
Nope.
Listen.
Not at all.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, sir.
Thoughts and prayers.
You just...
On a happy note, though, because, you know, I don't want to talk about that for too long.
Yeah.
But
that was just a little follow-up.
Apparently, they're saying Ashanti's pregnant, and I'm happy.
I'm here for... That just reminded me. People on the internet are wild.
Oh, you saw the video to that girl?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's trying to say like, oh, he like no.
Calling Ashanti a rebound.
I was like, what?
Okay, first and foremost, let's say if this is true, congratulations.
Yes,
I mean,
congratulations, girl. Yeah.
They're not denying it. I really do hope it's true. I mean, he rubbed her belly and she laughed, and her outfit kind of showed that she's trying to hide
also,
something.
He's 50. He look good.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Nelly is...
he's 50 or 49. I think he's 49.
Same thing,
but he
looks good.
I remember when we saw him in person.
Yes.
Listen, I looked at that man. I was like,
wow. Mm-hmm. You look goody. Skin smooth.
Nice.
Like smooth juice.
Smooth juice.
And Ashanti's
beautiful,
banging, like
beautiful.
Ashanti's been that girl.
I am trying to look like Ashanti at her
like
good
the body
age,
is bodying
because she looked good.
You see the video when she was singing the way that I love you, and he was like, nah, I hate this song.
Yeah, because it was about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for them, and I'm glad that, like, you know, spinning around the block is not for everyone. So please
don't take this as...
Don't think that you are all Ashanti or in Nelly's situation, because you're not. Your man is just a scumbag, and you shouldn't be going back anywhere. And yeah, don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself. But I'm happy for them. But I found it wild. Back to that girl on that TikTok. Now I know we're sitting down here, we're talking about people done business and things, and I know all that. But like, I'm not. Some of you sound delusional.
Like, some of you are just like think too much or too far into things sometimes. Like, it doesn't always have to be something else than what it's presented to you as. Like, it doesn't always have to be something. It can just be what it is.
They don't know you.
Facts.
Like, bro, my girl was talking like her and Ashanti are brethren.
Like Ashanti told her business. Like, she's been there throughout the whole relationship.
And I was just like, I'm reading the comments and everybody's like, yo, how do you know this?
That's like, how? You know them personally? You know where she lives? And she's talking like, oh, she's a rebound, this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you know her.
Ashanti is not a rebound because Ashanti and Nelly were together for years. And then they broke up for years. They worked things out. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, she's saying, oh, because he had 2 kids, but his kids are grown. Does he have babies? No. He has 2 grown adult children.
Right. And then the girl that he was with, before him and Ashanti got back together, they don't have children together.
Exactly.
So I don't understand. Like, where's the rebound? Like, I was just listening to what she was saying, and then like someone was like, yo, it's crazy that you're talking like this with a whole missing nail. And I was just like, you know what? This is the reason why you need to sit down, mind your business, and drink water. Because if someone is telling you you're missing a nail and I don't want to hear nothing from you because you're
missing a nail, that's probably what you should stop talking.
I would have just deleted the video.
The whole video.
Just delete it. At that point.
And
like, what?
Come back on TikTok.
Delete the app.
Oh my gosh, that was wild. My girl was invested, and I didn't even watch the whole thing because I'm like, first of all, I don't know Ashanti or Nelly, so like, please, I beg. Second of all, I'm not into their life like that. Like, if she is pregnant, she is pregnant. Congratulations, but girl, my girl
I
did a
think
whole investigation.
I think they're cute, but what the girl was saying didn't add up.
It didn't make any
They're just like, how
sense.
do you know these things? First of all, they were together for years. They broke up and then they worked things out. They both were in separate relationships. It's not, anyways, it was exhausting even hearing about it, let alone discussing it right now. So,
There's that.
congratulations if you are Ashanti and Nelly. And I'm really happy for them. And I hope, like,
If it's true, that's cute.
that's so
You
adorbs.
know, more blessings.
And good for her. I don't want to talk about age, but good for her.
At that point, it doesn't even matter because won't he do it? The Lord will do
The
it. He
Lord
will
will do it,
bless
won't
it.
he?
He will bless the womb.
Amen.
Doesn't matter. Since we're talking about TikTok, did you see that video of them trying to cancel that black girl who said that you need to have more white supporters than black supporters for you to have a TikTok
Yo,
following?
some black people need to shut up.
So I had to just touch on that for a second because I was just like, did you like think before you said what you just?
Them white folks don't care about you, Buki.
They don't.
They do not care about you at all. You got to understand that, like, we're always talking about showing up and doing this and doing that. And then, like, we're always quick to point fingers at each other.
At us.
Like, no, it's not that. There's a lot of black people who support black people. And then it's the same thing in the white spaces. Like, a lot of white content creators don't have the full support from their audiences either.
And even the influencers as examples that she used, everybody's like, what are you talking about? Their careers were built off of catering to black women. Like, are you even listening to what you're saying?
Like, she used Jackie Aina as an example, and I was like,
Fanita, and I was like, the girl Fanita literally said, my content and my followers are all black women and the gays. What are you talking about?
That girl clearly had no idea what she was talking about, and she was just talking shit out of her ass.
And then everybody's like, well, her baby father is white, so
she talks like
and
a white
all she does is date white men. So, and I was like, this is why you don't come on the internet with your business, because they're just gonna use what you put on the internet against you and say that they're not surprised as to why you're saying certain things.
I will say that supporting each other generally, like as a general thing, we need to do better.
No, we do.
We need to do everything. But what I also think is that if the content is true, it'll hit to whomever it needs to hit.
Facts,
to.
Exactly.
And if the people are listening, they'll listen. If someone is listening, it's because you are being your true, authentic self. I am not trying to cater to any particular audience. I am being myself.
You don't need to.
And I'm a black woman. So if I am catering to black people, it's because I am black and I'm being me.
And they found something that you can relate to.
And that's that. But I'm not particularly targeting any audience, and that's the problem. Like, you're always looking to point fingers when there's three pointing right back at you. Maybe your content is trash.
Like, she was just mad that one of her sponsored posts didn't do well, and they're like, maybe it was just what you posted and it just wasn't good.
It wasn't good enough,
and that's fine.
All the girl did was stretch out her arm at the Macy's and go like this and try on outfits.
Somebody said you didn't even fake buy anything. You just walked in and out of the store.
Just putting stuff on your shoulders and put it back on the counter.
That's what they said.
Before you even fake buy it and just say, take this back and put it back on the card and pretend like I'm going to buy it. You know what I mean? Come on, girl.
Like, nothing. Like, you know how much times people fraudulently go into stores and, like, make it look like they, like, for example, those Bloom partnerships. Ain't nobody drinking that. They fake swat the two little sips and then put it right down and they're off to Target.
You know how many times I purchased something because I didn't want to say I don't have it because it was too expensive and knowing damn well I'm going to bring it back.
All right.
I will leave that mall, go to the next mall and bring it right back. There's your content. And you wouldn't even know it.
We did that when we went to Sephora.
Yeah.
Remember when I went to Sephora and I found a lip gloss and I was like, wait a second. No, I went to the Sephora by my house.
I even remember there was one time I was filming content and I went and I bought all this stuff knowing damn well I was going to bring it back.
Facts. And what they can tell you?
They can't tell me that I changed my mind. That's what happened. I looked at the content and I said, well, that's cute. Okay, bye. Changed my mind. I don't want it.
All right.
I'm entitled to that. It says 30 or 90 days. Whatever it says on the receipt, I can return it. I brought it back to you in an hour. That's a record time. Don't play with it. Let me tell you something. People are just weird.
It's just too much. Like, it's too much. I just thought that was funny. Because I'm just like, girl, please. Like, anyways.
well, all the happiness and relationships and all that stuff. Okay. Do you think that women are hiding behind, or not women, but people are hiding behind this polygraphic relationship nonsense because they are unable to, how do I say this? Like they're afraid of being alone or afraid of being without said person, so they will settle pretty much.
Probably because if you, well, they disappeared off the face of the internet now. But if you are TikTok people and you're scrolling and you know Sean and Olivia and that one ex girl, they were in a whole quote unquote I don't even know if I'm saying it right, polyamorous relationship, and one of the girls cut, and it was just the two left, the guy and the girl. And everybody was like, the poor girl looks like she's just staying because she just wants you, but she's just like she's just doing it for your needs. And I think sometimes women will do that. And she is also younger than the gentleman, so that also I feel like plays into a fact, like it, when the age difference is a huge age difference, there's certain things that you'll put up with, in my opinion. And it's just like sometimes as women we will do things to please a man that we are in love with or we like or whatever the case may be, just so that we can stay with them because we think that we're not going to be the same or we're not going to find any better without this said person. And I think that's why sometimes some women might agree to that lifestyle, but that the lifestyle not for me, baby. I personally just don't understand like why you need to be in a relationship with so many people. Like I I just don't understand. Like why is it me, you, next Oman, and then like this particular couple I'm talking about, he wants like 7 girls.
Um, I know that this is a common thing in different cultures where they have multiple wives, and I I get that to a certain extent. But I just feel like nowadays it's almost as if it's just,
For fun.
yeah, they're just doing it to do it,
Yeah.
or they're just doing it because they don't want to get cheated on and they want to make it seem like, well, I'm down with the cause, even
Mm-hmm.
though deep down inside this is not what I want to do.
Facts.
And it's confusing because when you look at certain individuals from the outside in, and not knowing everyone's situation or their perspective. But this whole, like, as long as I know, and as long as it's this, or as long as it's just one person, it's like it's becoming more of a norm and it's becoming more acceptable. And what I'm worried about is what example are we setting for generations to come if we are not showing or demonstrating the value of love, commitment, and
Yeah.
marriage.
I feel like most or some cultures who do this partake in the multiple wives for procreation purposes so that they can have legacies and have children. That's what I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just what I assume as to why they have multiple wives and all those things so they can have a lot of children to pass on a legacy, all that jazz. Again, like I said, I feel like this generation is just doing this just because they think it's cool and they think that
Yeah.
it's just something nice to have multiple women. Like, what is the purpose of having all of these women
Like
and like sharing one dude?
it's cool to be with one person.
Like, it's fine.
I don't understand when it did it, like when did it become like not cool to be with one person? Why all of a sudden now we gotta be with multiple folks out
And we
here?
got to open this relationship to multiple people. Like, that's a lot of space.
And like why are you okay with being the other woman in different circumstances? Oh well, he's in this situation or he's leaving this person
But
or
they
he
say they're not
can't.
really another woman. That's just they're all his, like, they're that person's woman. And I'm just like, but how does that?
But some I will speak based off of like, just scenarios that I've heard. Some men are in relationships and they will say, well, I'm leaving this person. And then
Mm-hmm.
they will be with someone else, sleep with them. This individual, this woman will know that this man is with another person, but he's leaving her. Or there's an excuse or a reason to why he's still there. If he really wanted you, he would be with you. Nothing
Yeah.
is going to stop him from being with you. Not no Oman, not no nothing. Nothing is gonna stop him. Not no pickney, not no nothing. If a woman is withholding a child with from a next man because he's in a relationship or he's moving on, there are ways to make sure that you are able to see and be a part of your child's life. Like go to court. There are ways around it. Don't make up excuses because you want to be a dog and you don't want to let go of your situation.
But
And women don't be so delusional when it comes to those things. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you.
yeah, I just think like with the whole like I can't even say polyamorous relationships. I think like some people, but then again, there's some people who are fine with that. Like you're fine with like sharing one man or a woman who's because I've seen women also have like multiple boyfriends and say I'm married, like I have a husband and I also have a boyfriend. Like I've seen it,
And they're all sitting on the couch holding hands, looking
holding
like boo
hands
boo
together,
fools.
and I'm just
Oh
like
my gosh.
in my head I'm like, how that work? Like, what do you mean you have a husband and you have a boyfriend?
I don't think it works.
It can't work.
It won't. And here's the thing. No matter what you say to yourself, no matter what rules you stamp on it, someone's feelings are going to get hurt one way or another.
Because you're going to be spending more time with your husband, then the boyfriend's going to get upset. Then when you're with the boyfriend, the husband's like, well, I'm your husband and you're spending more time with the boyfriend. And like some of them don't agree to spend time with you together and like they want you on their ones. Like it's just too much. It's too confusing. And it's just, no. It's just weird to me. Again, that's just my opinion. If that's what y'all be doing, that's what y'all be doing.
That's your
But for
business,
me,
but it's weird.
I'ma just comment on your business and say it's weird.
It's weird. Say what you want to say.
Like,
it's weird.
It's just not. It's not for me.
But I'm in an open relationship.
What's
what the
an
heck
open
does that mean?
relationship?
What does that mean? You're getting cheated on.
There's so many things that we're.
It's a
talking
nice
about.
way. No, but I'm talking about the polygraphic. I'm talking about the monopoly. I'm talking about all of it. It all stems under one.
The open relations.
This open relationship polygraphic monopoly thing is a nice way of saying I'm cheating on you and you know about it.
And I want you, but I want everybody else too.
It's a polite way. No. There's nothing else to say. It's a polite way of saying I'm cheating on you and you know about it.
Yeah, or I want you and everybody else. That's it.
That's cheating. It's cheating.
That's it.
I don't care what anybody says. When you sleep with somebody else,
it's cheating. Not if
it's
the girl
cheating.
agrees.
I don't care if it's the same sex. I don't care if it's no. You are cheating on your significant other, and that person eventually is going to catch feelings. No matter what you tell yourself, no matter how you close your eyes at nighttime and draw a snore,
even
you are going to catch feelings.
Even when you're in these quote unquote situationships, you're going to catch feelings. Never let a man have to tell you multiple times because let me tell you, friends, you're just going to hurt your own feelings. The situationships, the polygraphics, the open relationships, your feelings are going to get hurt regardless of whatever it is because one person is not going to be doing what you guys agreed to. And they might have agreed to it for a certain period of time, but then after that certain period of time, they're like, wait a second. Now you're getting a little too comfortable with this little open agreement that we have. I messed up. This sucks. What am I going to do now?
I think, here's my thoughts. I will not sit down here and act innocent. When I was young and dumb. And I used to have that mentality of where like to spice things up in the relationship, I need to bring another person in or to be freaky. This is showing my freaky side of bringing somebody else in it. And I've literally used to think that because in my past relations, that was like what was said to me.
I'm sorry.
But I was getting cheated on. So like, duh. But it's like, in my head as a young person, I thought that that's what I had to do to keep my dude was be here, do this, give him whatever he wants, give him money, give him that, give him whatever. Don't judge him, don't accuse him, don't do all these things, even though it's all right in front of me and I can see it with my eyes, and be okay with being the other woman.
Like I said, you can do everything for a certain type of man, but that certain type of man is still gonna cheat on you. Doesn't matter what you think you're doing or what you think you're agreeing to or what he says that if you do this, if you do that, re-te-te, lulale, you're still getting cheated on, sis. Regardless of whatever you think he might not be doing. Or he says, oh, but if you do this, oh, I've been doing... No, leave the man. But the
thing is, like, what I'm trying to say is that nothing I did kept him.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter to what he's telling you. It's just... But I was at a certain age I shouldn't be hearing this with people who are in our age bracket in their big 30s.
Yeah, but
And this is
sometimes
what's going on still.
they
This is
take they
insane.
take that stuff because for me now, I wasn't like that when I was younger. I was the type I've been a lover gal, I always will be a lover gal. And there's one thing about me, if I'm not doing something or if I don't want to do something, I wasn't gonna do it to try to keep you. If you're uninterested and that's what you're into and you're a freaky like that,
Go
I'm
be
not
freaky with yourself.
that. Go be freak with somebody else because it's not me.
It's not
And I would just
I.
take the L and call it a day.
Yeah.
I'd probably be a little sad. I'm not going to hold you because I have feelings too. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to do things I was not comfortable with to please a man. Because what are you going to do for me, sir? What do you want to do for me?
All you're doing is setting up yourself.
You're setting yourself up
yeah,
for failure.
setting up exactly
And
that.
at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do as
For
a man,
heartbreak.
or if that's what you want to do as a woman, do that. But don't talk
Just
to me
don't
or
complain
date
about
me.
it.
Yeah.
Don't complain about it. As your friend, not that anybody is doing this, but I've seen it happen around me. As a friend, you can tell me all you want to tell me about your problems. But if you keep stubbing your toe knowing that the thing is blocking the door and you keep walking into it, at some point you're just looking like a foolish idiot.
Facts.
Because what more do you want me to tell you?
Like, when people are doing these things and people have comments and like we see this stuff on the internet, I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, why do you guys waste your time? Because they're gonna do whatever they want anyways. So let them.
Do you know how many times I have literally said I am not saying a word to my friends about their business and their lifestyle or their love life? Let me tell you something. I respect you and I love you as a friend. I told you my thoughts when you asked me for my opinion. I didn't just share it with you. You asked me, I shared it. I gave you my thoughts. I told you what I think you should do.
I gave you my 10 cents.
And that was it.
And I got along about my
that
business.
was it. And I'm not going to ask you anything else. If you're going to continue to do something, if that's what makes you happy, it makes you happy. I'm not going to judge you.
Even if it doesn't make you happy and you're sad about it, you can still talk to me about it, but still do you until you feel like you're fed up.
But you can't be sad about something and continue to do it. At something in that situation is making you happy.
I've done stuff that I was sad about and I still did it.
But wasn't there something that made you happy to continue to do it?
Yeah, but I was always usually sad after.
Right, you're sad, but
there was like a small little bit of happiness for like
right. So that's
10
what I
minutes.
mean. Something is pulling you towards a moment of happiness, a second of happiness, and you're holding on to it.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're gonna do it. I am not that friend. I've always been the friend of whatever makes my friend happy, I am happy for my friend. And if my friend is happy in that situation, then galang. If you ask me for my opinion, I will tell you. But at some point now, if it's to an extent where I got to be like, yo, you got to stop, like I will. Mm-hmm. But I try not to because I just don't want to waste my time being there for you or giving you the support you need for you just not to listen to me.
It's just... honestly, at this point,
this polygraphic bull crap is just not. It
polygraphic
be,
open
it
relationship situationships. It shouldn't be a thing. But then again, whatever y'all do in your relations, that's what you guys do in your bedrooms. As for me, what Cartel said, not Cartel. What Vanessa Bling said, one man.
Let me tell you something. I truly believe this, and you can say whatever you want to say. But if you are really in love with someone, you would never want to see them with someone else. I don't care. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care, oh, they're different. I don't give a shit. If you love someone, you would never want to see them in that position with someone else.
Yeah.
I would vomit and punch somebody in the face before I let that happen to me. Like, it's just not. Like, no.
I'll chew a pair of jeans before I let that happen to me.
No, but facts.
Like... hard denim blue jeans. I'll start chewing before I let that happen to me. You stupid.
Well done steak.
A well done steak, tough steak. You can chew against wall and they fling back. Are you dumb? I don't do that. I'm not sharing no man, no nothing, no relationship, nothing. God did not intend for me to share man.
No.
Like, I don't understand. Like, that's not it. It's not it. The science is not sciencing if that's what you believe in. It don't make it. It not gonna make it today, tomorrow, yesterday, or the day after.
Or next week.
Like, or next month. It's not, I'm not doing it.
It's not normal. I don't care what anybody says. It's not normal.
It's not okay.
It's not the new norm. Stop doing it. Cut it out.
Stop trying to make it look cool. Annoying. It's not cool.
That part.
It's like, it's not cool. It's not cute.
Like, go play Monopoly by it on itself.
Like, but again, do you, but that's just my opinion.
Thoughts and prayers. That's the name of this episode. Thoughts and prayers.
Like,
thoughts and prayers.
That's what we do on this podcast. We talk ish. about people
Amen.
in business, just not ours.
That part. Um, I just want to quickly talk about something, and this is not in particular to anything. It's just like this is just my passion speaking for dance. So if it sounds like if it's being too particular, like just let me know. Okay. Um
So the power of editing is for.
right? I feel that um I feel like i- dance is lacking something that's making me not want to be a part of what's going on today in dance, like with dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been finding teaching more enjoyable than dancing because I feel that my peers nowadays, I feel like sometimes I don't align with my fellow dancers.
Okay.
I feel like what they're doing is not what I want to do. And I feel like a lot of people are doing this particular thing and it's starting to look gimmicky.
Mm.
It's starting to look like there's a certain narrative that's being told in this dance industry when in actuality that's not the real narrative behind dance.
There's no more substance to things that are happening currently.
Yeah.
There's no
Like
more like,
creativity.
yeah, there's no like story, there's no dynamic, there's no nothing. There's not really. It's just kind of just being thrown together, in my opinion.
It's just the same thing over and over again. And
Yeah.
it's like why what are we doing it for?
I feel like it's like the same like shows, same performances. Like I feel like it's giving like when you it's probably like a weird example, but when you find a breakfast food that you like and and like you just eat it every single morning. Every single morning. Like I've been into I don't really eat jam, but I've been into jam on toast and I've been eating it for like straight for the last 3 weeks. And after a while, it just doesn't do what it was doing 3 weeks ago. That's what I feel like is happening right now. I feel like that's such a weird analogy, but that's just what I feel like. I feel like it's just the same thing. Nothing is changing. I'm seeing the same stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing much. Maybe I'm not going out enough. Maybe I could be the problem. I don't know. But from what I'm seeing, it's not giving different.
There's no like genuine like productions and thought, and mind you, I understand like things cost money and I know
Yeah.
that like that's why people work on grants. I know, and there's like a few things that are happening. Like I will say that, I haven't been able to attend to one, but um Shamika Blakes has always put on creative,
Yes, I've been to a show before.
right? Like creative shows, and like I don't always
Mhm.
see the support all the way around there. Like I know that there is support, but when I'm just looking at it as a whole, we have so many options and so many opportunities, and we're not seizing or taking advantage of those opportunities to do something different. And it's starting to look like there's a certain style that is being projected and that is being tolerated, and it's the only one that is accepted versus the other styles that are not really spoken
But
about
I feel
often.
like when you're charging a certain amount for shows, yeah, I know there's a budget. I feel like you could be offering more than what you're giving, if that makes sense. Like, if you're gonna have a price on something, I feel that the price and the show should match. It shouldn't be so lukewarm and mediocre, in my opinion.
At some point, like I understand when it comes to cost and things, especially like being in behind the scenes, venues are expensive.
Very.
So I get where sometimes the ticket in, like I'm not, for me, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And if it's the quality not versus the quantity in this
Yes.
case. So I get that. And I 100% understand what you're talking about. Where like, yo, if I'm going to spend this, the quality of a production needs to be there
Mm-hmm.
so it can make sense.
Yeah.
But I'll even if like sometimes I don't even think the quantity matters. It's like for me, it's like I don't even care how much it is. It's just I just need something to be there.
Yeah, no, I feel you. And again, like you mentioned, like spaces in the city are very expensive. So that's within itself. So I know that goes into ticket pricing too. But like you're saying, like I don't mind paying. I just want to make sure that the show that I'm watching, I can say, wow, that was a really good show.
Like what am I gonna take from how do I say this? What am I gonna take from watching people walk around in panty and underwear? What am I gonna take from that? Like what is going to fulfill me? Besides the fact that either A, I'm gonna start looking at myself being like, wow, I need to, or I'm gonna be like, whoa, I should, or I have that color. And I'm gonna start thinking about my man.
Or like especially when you've seen it already.
It's not even just that. Forget that part. I know what you're saying, like, especially when you saw it like more than once. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm literally like,
Like what do you like in
what
general?
am
Like
I
if this is your
taking?
first time watching
Yeah,
a
like
show.
what am I taking?
Oh,
that?
okay. Maybe as a first time. Okay, if I'm a first time attender, maybe that's what the show is. I'm taking that as that's just what the vibes is. That's the vibes that we're on. That's the vibes of this production. That's the vibes of what I paid for. That's the vibes of what I'm watching. This is what it is.
But there's so many talented people in this industry that I don't understand why you're choosing to go that route. Like,
I kind of think I see what you're saying. Like, you can have those pieces, but it doesn't have to be the entire show.
right, give me
I get it.
something
Yeah,
else.
I get what you're saying.
Give me something
Yeah.
else.
Like,
I'm
you can
not
have those, but it doesn't have to be from start to finish the same, the same genre, but different font.
like I'm not saying that we can't do something that is going to be explosive or is going to be spoken about. You know what I mean? Or is going to put the room in an uproar. It's okay to have those elements, but give me something else.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit down for an hour and watch polls and this and that, and then it's like, and then people going on the stage with strangers in the audience sitting on their faces. Like, I don't want to see that.
But I think some of those shows, that's what those shows are about. Like, that's what their production is. So that's different, I feel. I feel like those productions that are being put on, that's a different production. Like, I'm talking like just dance shows in general. Some of them are from start to finish just that.
Yeah. But my thing is
Because
like,
there's a theme to certain shows.
Yeah.
And that's what their theme is, and that's who they're catering to. So that's a different. I wouldn't really necessarily consider those dance shows. I would consider more entertainment.
but the thing is that those entertainment shows are using the same dancers that are starting to come across as if they're a one-trick pony. They're so much more talented than what they are portraying. And it's like, it's kind of like they're becoming the go-to dancers for this type of show.
Yeah.
When you're better than that.
Yeah.
That is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be a part of it. Like I again, and it's not. This is just like I sat at a show and I watched this. I was a part of a show and I watched this and I felt a way about it with myself. And I was like, yo, I think I've outgrown this. And it's not a knock to what's going on because
you used to do it.
I used to do that. Not this much,
Yeah.
but I used to do that. So it's like
when you did it, there was more than just the
Right.
one thing.
and a part
It was
of
a
me
show.
And the reason why, like, to be completely transparent, the reason why I wanted to do it is because I missed being a part of a dance environment, a dance show.
Yeah.
I missed it. So I thought that what I did is what people are doing. And then when I did it, I'm like, yo, this isn't what I did. This is completely different.
And this is not what I want to do.
And this doesn't align with me.
Yeah, because I feel like even somebody like me, like when I see stuff like that, sometimes I get like FOMO. And I'm like, oh, damn, like I wish I could like do a little show. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I probably wouldn't even do that.
I can't. And then when I sit back and I watch it, I'm like, yo, my man was upset for a little bubble. Can you imagine? I can't.
No, I can't.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
But even like the small shows that like I've been a part of, like even those, like I would still think that there still needs to be more, like there needs to be more behind it. There needs to be more like something Like, you know what I mean?
Right. And it's across the board. It's just
It's
not.
with everything.
It's with everything, and that's why, like, I in the beginning of this, before I started speaking, I said I don't want it to sound like I'm talking about anyone in particular because I'm not. I'm
I
literally.
know how you guys the girls like to tussle, but settle down.
I know you would. Not to turn it south, but if I need to say the names, I have
Yeah,
no shame to
but
say it. But
again,
I'm
we're
literally
not
just
tussling. We're just
right.
really stating like this
I'm
is just
just
how we're
putting
feeling
all the shows together
in
on the
one.
one stage that everybody dances on, and then I'm asking us, what is this?
Like,
What is
help
this?
us to understand.
What is the difference between this, and this?
Yeah.
It's the same formulas, and it's like we're not. And then it's like, because I teach the younger generation that is going to be the newer generation, it's like I don't know where to lead them to because there's no substance to give them to say, okay, this aligns with you.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it. I want to see more than just ass cheeks and heels jiggling as twerking. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see the dropping and the splits in proper technique because you're in something sexy. I don't even notice that you're not even doing a proper right leg split. I'm tired of seeing it. Like, I'm tired. Like, give me something different,
because
bro.
that's where the teacher and the technique.
Yeah, because I'm scared you're gonna
you.
injure yourself when I see you plopping down like that. And I'm like,
Pop your
Jesus,
knee, dog.
coming out of center.
Yeah, like send to yourself.
I'm tired of seeing it. Just give me something better. And we have so much talented people.
There's so many things that we can put on and so many shows and ideas that I think can happen. We just have to just do it. Because it doesn't have to always be just one. We're not a city of one trick ponies.
You know how many dancers we have all over the world right now that are traveling on tour or are doing this, doing that. And it's like, look at the talent we have. This is what I mean. Look at the talent we have and look at what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Look at the talent that we have. We have talented people that are
people from
sick,
this city that are on tour.
Wicked dancers. And don't get me wrong. We can always use a little one. Like, we love it.
Listen,
like, use
there's one
it.
thing about Shannon and I. We like to shake a little 1-2 cheek here and there. Okay, friends, don't get it twisted.
I like to sit on it. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we like those things.
I like skinning out. I like doing all those stuff. But I also like to see the dance substance.
I like to do the 5, 6, 7, 8s.
I also like the Batmans. I also like to point my toes. I also like the double pirouettes. I also like the jetés. I also like the
little Brishnikov.
You know what I mean? I also like I also like the foundation of hip hop. I also like the choreography. I also like the production. I also like to see the large groups, the extended lines. Like, this is what I truly like to do. I mean, what I like to see. I love dancing in so many ways. I want to be inspired, and I'm not inspired by what's being. Sorry, let me just finish. I'm not being inspired by what is happening because it's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
I'm tired of seeing the same things. I'm tired of seeing the non-black folks dancing to nigga suck a nigga dick da 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 slide my mind out this but so like my booty hole brown. Like, no, I'm tired of seeing that. I'm so tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing 7 white girls and 1 black girl dancing to Sexy Red.
When there's so many other black girls that you can pick and choose and use.
And do something else. Sorry.
We don't have to dance like we don't have to. I don't like to dance to the stereotype and fit the stereotype. That's what I feel like that's what we're doing now.
I can give you a clean.
We're sitting too comfortably in this stereotype of the ass shaking, twerking, ratchetness. Like, we can do something else. We can dip out of that bag for a second. And
it's okay to show it.
That's what I said. It's okay.
Do more.
But from top to bottom,
Holy dog.
It doesn't have to be like that. Like, I've seen enough head tops. I've seen enough splits. I've seen enough spin around, fling your body here and there, fling your body from the right side of the stage to the left side, head top and at the middle, spin around, split and dip and trick. And I've seen it.
But give me the routines now. Give me the gal them that can do the moves.
Yeah.
That can do the bodman routine.
Yeah. When I see Champ perform in Vegas, like, they do the things. They give you that, but give you steps. When I see other people performing, I see them give me steps, but also can give me a little shimmy shake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you that. I don't want to see booty shaking whole night, split and dip and trick and flip and back tuck and that's it. I want to see choreo because at the end of the day, we're all dancers. We're not one trick ponies. We don't have to just settle into the same old comfort zone, into the same routine. Like we don't have to do that. Like we're all very much talented.
It doesn't have to be the same formula. You can do something else. It's so frustrating, and it's because there's so much wickedly talented people that I just don't over or understand why we do it. It
Yeah.
literally just makes my like, it just gets me upset. And it's not no hate on anyone in particular. It's not that. There's just so much talent in this city, and Toronto is represented everywhere. We got people on tour with Mariah Carey. We got people on
Shout
tour
out
with Doja Cat. Shout out to Miss Amanda Mae Wilson
Shout out
outside everywhere
Michael.
she's
Shout
there.
out
You know what I
Aquinas.
mean? Like there's people that who are outside. They're going on awards. They're like different countries, living out in London, Armando. Like we have such great people who are providing substance and talent and spreading Toronto on the map and across the map. And then if somebody were to come in Toronto and see that this is all we do, I'm sure they would be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because it would be like, what else do you guys have?
Yeah.
Like,
Like this is cute and everything, but like
we can't just take everyone to STK. There's more.
not
You know what I mean?
STK.
Like, there's just more to go to. There's more options
We don't need
out
to just
there.
take them to Yorkville. We can, spread our wings a little bit.
Like, come on, man. It's frustrating. And it's like there's so much more that like I could say. And it's like some people like, I was talking to someone about it the other day and they're like, why don't you do something? And I'm just like, because for what? I'm gonna waste my time. People don't care about pointing their toes or stretching their knees.
Yeah.
They care about an audience reaction. They care about a crowd engagement. They're not caring about the quality of work that they're putting out there.
And even if, like, say, for instance, like you or anybody else did, when you find the right set of minds and creative people, you can put on that kind of production. You
It
can
would be
put on that kind
amazing.
of show when you actually sit down. Like, it's very much possible. We just have to do it. Because the same way you can push tickets for the same mediocre shows is the same way you can do it for a production. Because people, at the end of the day, people will watch. People will watch. At the end of the day, we're going to come and watch. So things can happen and things can change. And we can actually go back to having really dope dance shows.
I really hope so because it is starting to just get really boring and I'm tired of it. I don't know. I really don't. I really don't know what else to say because it's just like I feel like it's redundant at this point, and I feel like people say the same things, but yet nothing is being done. And I truly honestly think that it's wasted talent to do what people are doing. Like heels classes need to be more than just a performative class. Like
I want
it's
more black girls.
it's
to teach
just
heels
it's
classes.
it's just not it's just it's just the same things over and over again. Like I saw what I sent you. I saw a video, a TikTok, and I started laughing because it was like heels classes nowadays be like, and it's the same.
Oh, what I
things.
sent you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the clacks and
The clacks and the split when your legs the
Yeah.
ricochet from the ground back to close, and then the figure eight that you make with your legs, and then the up and the.
I remember when I first saw heels dancing, and it was Girls Club, and it was Tamina and the core girls of Girls Club, like the original Girls Club before she made it a training academy, like the Girls Club. And I think they danced to Summer Rain by Carl Thomas or something along those lines. I remember. And it was at like a fever. And there was not one there wasn't any of that. It was just movement.
Not the grabbing of the titties.
No, but for real.
I've been seeing that a lot.
It was movement and it was feel and like, yo, I can close my eyes and I can still see the routine. And I will never forget it. And I didn't see one ass cheek. I didn't see not a ting of the sot.
Because I think they just use that as an excuse to
Good
dance that way,
times.
because you don't have to put on a heels boot and spread your legs open and drop into the splits. Like,
Or at least if you're going to drop into the split, point your toes.
or
and sit in the middle of the split
Oh my
properly before you guys hurt
gosh.
yourselves.
Jeez.
Your groin muscles must be in pain
Like,
because
when
the
you
way how you guys are all leaning forward, you have to be in
your
a
front
PM.
no hurt
You-
you the way you fling your front upon the people them grung.
Like, give me a Batman in a heel boot. Like one that's pointed, turned out, without a sickled foot. Give me a
single
supported
pirouette.
leg. Like, just give me something. And I just,
And we're all more than capable of doing these things, which is the crazy part to me, to be honest. Like,
and I get, you know what it is, and it's not a knock because I know there's gonna sound like a knock because to the heels classes. I know that what people are doing is that they're playing into the market. They're fully aware of what they're doing, and some people are tired of doing it, but it's what the market wants, and it's what
and you
where
have
they
to make
work
a
for. That.
change.
And at the end of the day, I respect it, especially when you are acknowledging it.
yeah.
But we gotta do more. That's all I'm asking is because and it's not to say that there's not people there. There's so many people that are so damn good that can do it. And I just wish that they would just go and do it instead of,
Just do it.
yeah, just go
Because
do
when
it.
you just do it, the crowd will follow. Just do it. At the end of the day.
If trust me, like all jokes aside, if I really had the time,
Yeah, she don't have that goddamn right now.
I would do it myself. I would do it. But I don't. I don't have the time. I'm literally running a whole studio. I don't have the time to do it.
Yeah.
But if I had the time, I would genuinely do it. And I genuinely care. And like one of these days, like I was talking to my friend. I said, one of these days during the break, I'm going to put something together. And I just want it to be natural, organic. And I'm just going to slap it on. Because I used to do the concept videos. I used to do YouTube.
Remember when you did Permission?
I used to do all of that stuff.
That was a good little routine.
I used to do that, but I gave you a balance. I gave you that, and then I gave you the galdem. I gave you the plain Jane. Like I gave the choreo too with the mandem, mixing it up. Like I did
That's
everything.
when we used to buy people pizza to come film with us because we didn't have no funds to pay nobody.
Listen,
Good
I paid you in
times.
food and
pickups.
drives,
Yep.
pickups, Ubers. I was your Uber,
Yep.
your Uber Eats and your Uber.
Yep.
Okay, like I said, I don't want to like keep going and going. I just it's not hate.
It's really not.
It's love and wanting to see more. That's it. There's too many talented people out there. And in closing, I will say this. Please remember that everyone has a reputation that you have to make sure that you uphold to the highest priority. No matter what you do in life, no matter where you go in life, your reputation will stick to you. So think about that when an opportunity presents itself in terms of communication. It could be a big job, a small job, a contract. Read your stuff and make sure that whatever you are committing to, you can commit to it without making it look like you are not a reliable dancer. Because if you build that reputation for yourself, it's going to follow you, it's going to stick, and it's going to be the memorable moment of you, and that's not something you want.
I mean,
don't take it with a serious moment.
Sorry. It's just, I mean, it is what, like, listen, guys, this is where we sit on this couch and we talk and we share our feelings about dance and everything else. And at the end of the day, it's always going to come back to dance because that's what we both do. But it's facts. This is what we want to see. This is what we want better for our city, the people around us, all that jazz. We can do so much more and we will do so much more.
We will.
God willing.
I believe it. I believe
because
that
we're too talented for us not to.
I believe that it's gonna happen, and I can't wait. That's why I'm saying it. It's because I want it to happen. It's not.
It needs to happen.
This is not a clickbaity thing. It's not to.
No.
Oh, did you hear what she said? It's not any.
Not
of
everything
that.
is tea, guys.
No, I mean I do spill it. But
you know what I'm saying? But like
on the for real side, I want to see it happen, and I hope it does. And fingers crossed.
You know the vibes, friends. Keep training, keep taking classes, keep shaking booty cheeks because why? As you should. But point your toes, please. While you're at it.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching this episode, listening to this episode.
10:35.
Yeah, it's late. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time
so much, friends.
and your efforts, and all the people who follow us. Continue to follow us on all of our social media platforms. websites, all of our social media platforms, all across the board. It is at CheyTea Podcast. The YouTube is the same. Subscribe, like, comment,
all
and
that
we will
jazz.
see you in another episode, God willing. Amen. Cover, guide, and protect you all out there.
God bless.
God is good.
All the time.
And just remember, point your toes, stretch your knees, and mind your business.
Drink water.
That too. Stay hydrated, folks.
And pray.
Prayed up, boot up. Amen.